Hi there, I'm Darren Howard. It's Radio Free Canada, and it's adult radio, so make sure you turn the radio off if you're too young or easily offended. Because, we've got some language to use and some adult subject matter to talk about. We've also got some adult music to play. Wolfgang Van Halen lined right up. We're going to be using media here. We're going to pirate the signal off of the airwaves and the internet waves and every wave that there is. And that's protected under international fair usage copyright law. And then all of this is protected. They're trying to shut us down. They want to shut down this pirate radio station, but it's protected under Section 2 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So regardless of what they have to say or how they have to say it, the way that they threaten to sue or they threaten to shut you down, the way the government threatens to take away your bank account, the way that the government takes away all your freedoms. Oh yes, despite all of that, we're going to broadcast. Canada has a place in the future. Let's talk about it. Let's play some awesome music. Let us put our heads together and talk about peace and not war. Let's talk about function and not dysfunction. Let's talk about innovation and not decrepitude. Let us talk about the rock and roll and not the sadness that is the government, the banks, and the corporations. And let's talk about it on CFTG. All right, we're ready to go right now. Radio Free Canada is broadcasting from Calgary, Alberta, heading into an Arctic front. You got to remember something about mainstream. They're going to say we're a bunch of racists. We're not. Calgary is an international city with brown people and white people all trying to get along, all doing their best to get forward. We're not like anybody anywhere else, but we certainly aren't what mainstream is painting us as. This broadcast is dedicated to the truth and for making shit happen that's gotta happen. We've got to get the prices in the grocery stores and rent under control. We've got to get the government back under control. We have to remind the government that it works for us and we don't work for them. This is Radio Free Canada. This is a fight against the insanity and putting us in the future. Welcome to CFTG Rock Radio. Gary Jules and Mad World lining things up to start with. It's only a mad world for the government, the corporations, and the banks. They're insane. They do crazy things. The federal government right now has a $462 billion budget, and it's telling us it can't afford $10 billion to feed kids. This is Radio Free Canada, and we've got the music for you. We're turning on Wolfgang Van Halen right now. AC/DC lined up. This is the radio that was meant to be. We're into it. We're lined up. We're ready to go. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're on YouTube or you're sampling what we've got on Rumble, we urge you to click the link and follow the Soundcloud and start listening to the way we're doing things. Because let me tell you, we've got more to say than just logic. Logic is how we're going to save the world. Information is how you win the war. This is CFTG.